Dr. Ranganathan, I am particularly interested in the question about Ankara, Turkey. You see, India keeps sending humanitarian aid, flight after flight, year after year. And how do they respond? They backstab us, betray us, and they give loans to these Pakistani, the fools there in the military, who fly them like it's some, wedding going on.
No, but we've suffered this with multiple countries, to be honest, Bangladesh being the latest example. And if you remember in 1971, war with Pakistan, all our Arab friends ditched us, including Egypt. And Egypt was supposed to be, as Nehru admitted, and later on Indira Gandhi, our greatest friend and ally, including Palestine. Every one of us, only one Middle Eastern nation stood with us and helped us tide that war. That was Israel. So we've suffered and, we continue to suffer, but that should not take away from the fact that we ourselves over decades have realized that we are alone in this fight. But if we are alone, we are also united. We're going to win it. A case in point being for 25 years, you had the terrorist and the murderer of Daniel Pearl, being let loose. Nobody, even America, could not capture it. We killed that barbarian yesterday, day before yesterday. Has any country thanked us? Has USA thanked us for it? No. We are alone in this fight, but we will get through this. But, one point that Abhijit made yesterday needs to be said because it's very important, because it's going to come up and it keeps cropping up. So please allow me 30 seconds to elaborate on that. It's important for you as a media house as well. You see, day before yesterday, a prominent newspaper carried fake news of Indian jets being downed. It had to apologize, but then the bravado in it could not help but say that, look, we are in a state of war and we must project the truth. This is the problem in today's generation. They're semi-literates who become these journalists who think they are the next, Robert Capa. They should read a little about what happened in World War II and UK. All that the UK was giving out was false information. There was maximum censorship. There were operations like Operation Fortitude that was done to deliberately fool the enemy country. So Abhijit is right. False information is one of the biggest weapons when you are fighting a war. Ultimately, what happens is you believe, you keep your eyes open, but believe everything that happens after the war is done. So don't be stupid. Don't go for telling the truth and compromising our state, especially when you're compromising our brave Jawans.
Abhijit?
There is such a thing as war propaganda. It is an accepted part of war. और कोई करता है तो war propaganda. But according to alt news, news laundry, if we do it, it is misinformation. Their beloved star, who from a rival channel of yours, who rocks up at their little mujra, annual mujra, media mujra that they have, some bumble thing, put out the same fake news everybody else did. They everyone except him. Honor amongst mujrawalas. क्या बात है भाई?
This is about the shared identity. ये वो है. This is the global ummah. Dr. Ranganathan
I share no identity with them. Pranesh, they are not Indians. I don't share identity with them. They are Pakistani agents. They are fifth columns. I share no identity with them.
But Abhijit, to say, I know what you mean, and yes, you're very, disgusted because you know the facts. But let me just say this: it also might be because of ignorance. This generation has not read everything there is to be read.
No.
The entire thing of fighting a war started with World War II, when, things were televised, at least if not, they were, filmed, if books were written. There is so much data on how to fight a war. And UK, Churchill were prime examples. Propaganda was a staunch arm of the army at that, of allies, not just army. And I'm not just talking about the European...
First of all, these are adults. They're over 18. We shouldn't infantilize them. I know they behave like little children on their... whatever hafta, something, sasta hafta, something, whatever it is. But just because they behave like little juveniles, it doesn't mean they are juveniles. There is a fundamental principle of law, ignorantis juris non excusat.
No, Abhijit, are you saying this because, you want this clip to feature in the next episode?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Because they are traitors. And they need to know they're traitors. Their viewers should know that they're traitors. They're all paid by Pakistan and they're traitors. Especially that googly-eyed freak.
अरे भाई प्रणेश संभालो इसको.
सर ये तो ड्रोन अटैक हो गया, ये तो ये
this is-
कोलैटरल में मैं चले जाऊंगा.
अरे collateral जो उनके ऑफिस में जाता है होता है. You don't know that owner, that CEO fellow has terrible body
ओके
odor.
अभी